What is up, my fellow fishermen? K&R here, and we are here today to talk about a very sensitive issue: fishing bass on beds. Now, every spring, bass will go to the shallows or the edges of ponds, lakes, wherever they live in, and they form beds. Now that means they basically go to an area and they push all the material away. The male and the female get together, they spawn, and the female lays her eggs into the sandy, silty area where she and the male cleared out the materials. Now, a controversial topic among anglers is fishing for bass on those beds. Now, we're walking along the shore, we see two nice sized bass, that being the male and the female, and we can't help but go, man, I really want to catch those guys. I know in Pennsylvania, where I go to college, it is illegal to fish for those bass on beds. Now, it's kind of a fact in the air. People are not really sure whether if they go to fish on bass on beds, that if they catch the bass will go back to the beds and take care of the eggs. Now, it's very important for the bass to be there because they are guarding those eggs from any intruders such as bluegill, other species of sunfish, and anything that will want to eat those eggs. Also, the fish will swim over the bed and kind of fan the bed with its anal fin and tail fin, and basically is pushing fresh oxidated water on the bed so that the eggs can breathe freely, and it leads to a better production of fish. So I came to this pond today to basically do a little experiment. As much as I hate to do it, I am going to catch a fish on a bed and see how long it takes, if ever the fish will come back to its bed and get back to guarding it. Now, I did find a fish on a bed, two fish actually, a male and a female. The female, you can see, is over the bed fanning those eggs with her anal and tail fins. Now, I caught that female, put her back in the water, released her. You can see she's a beautiful, beautiful fish, about 2 pounds, maybe around 14 inches. Released her, watched her swim away. Now, upon releasing her, I was a little nervous because it was like 10 minutes and she still hadn't come back. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna put my GoPro underwater again, like I was showing you the footage before. I'm gonna wait. Came back 15 minutes later, picked up the GoPro, looked through the footage, and I was very happy to see that that female returned. Now, there's a catch with this. Since I had caught the female, she has been much more cautious along anyone walking through the path. Before, I could literally stand above her and she really wouldn't do much. She'd be really focused on taking care of her eggs. Ever since I caught her, she has been very cautious. I walk by, she'll swim away. So that takes away from her taking care of the eggs. So that's why I personally would advocate, if we want to see bass in the future, we don't focus on catching the bass, taking care of the eggs. Here's some underwater footage of a day later. I came back, put the GoPro underwater, and you can see those bass are still taking care of those eggs. It's very fascinating to see. You can see she's using her anal fin and her tail fin to push that oxidated water all on those eggs. So I'm going to show you guys the bed itself from our perspective, from not an underwater perspective, just so you can see what beds look like, so you can avoid fishing from them. So there's a dark spot. I'll put a little arrow where it is. That's the female. She's hovering around the eggs as we speak. I'm going to see if I can go around this tree. I know she's going to swim away. Actually, she's not swimming away immediately. She's still there. That sandy patch right over here, that's where the bed itself is. That's where the eggs are, under that silt and sand. You can see she's cleared, she's pushed all the rocks away from that area. Now, I know catching these fish, it's our passion. We love to do it. We love to catch these fish. But we gotta preserve what we catch if we wanna do it tomorrow. And we wanna let our kids do it and so forth future generations. So I would personally advocate not fishing in these beds, not because it may cause direct harm to the fish, but because we want to create an absolute high percentile of baby bass for the next season and so forth. Thanks for watching this video, guys. It really means a lot to me if you would like and subscribe. It really does affect how many views I get in the near future. And stay tuned for more videos coming out later this summer. Peace.